Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Walking This Way's Impact Wars podcast. This is our Wednesday night edition, of course. I am your host, Furman Jackson Jr., along with my lovely co-host, Phoenix Sapphire. What's up, Phoenix? How are you doing this evening?
Hello, everybody.
And we're very excited, Phoenix, to have a guest on here, Marcine Moore. I hope I say that right. You know,
You
got
said
some
it
Alabama.
correctly.
Oh, awesome. Well, I met this extraordinary woman at the Arlington Mercy Mitch. She had a table set up, book and everything. Of course, now I purchased the book. It's all about support, right? If everybody can see it. I had a book. Anyway, I had the book here with me and came across that. She autographed the book. I love extraordinary people, Phoenix, that do extraordinary things. And I had to get on the show, and we interacted with each other, set the date, and now she's here. So we're very honored and very excited. Not only that, Phoenix is more excited because the book Phoenix Heart, Phoenix. So she's excited about it because she go by Phoenix. So she's excited. So we're very honored and excited to have you on here. Welcome to Walking This Way at Impact Wars podcast. I know I said your name, but just go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience that's watching us, and big shout out to everybody who's timing in as well.
Hi. So, as you said, my name is Marcine Moore. I am the author of the best-selling book, Phoenix Heart, which was my first poetry book. So to everybody that's watching, to my mom, my dad, my kids, my friends, and family, hello.
And go ahead. And we're thankful you have you on here, taking time out of your productive schedule. And I know you have posted on social media that your book became a bestseller with Barnes and Noble, which is available at Barnes and Nobles. Big shout out to you. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Let's talk about that. Once you got noticed that your book became a bestseller, what was going through your mind at that time to see that your work come to fruition?
Well, to be honest, when it went on sale, I woke up that Sunday morning and I was getting a lot of notifications because they send you Barnes and Nobles. When I say they send you notifications, I was like, "What is this about?" And I logged on my phone, and then it says bestseller. I said, "Bestseller?
Wow.
Not my book.
Not me.
Not me." So I'm looking, and I'm like, "Okay, let me get up and make sure I'm awake, right?" And then I go, I log on, and I go into the Barnes and Nobles page, and it has my book up there, and it says bestseller, and I'm like, okay. I'm in awe. I'm shocked because I did everything out of sincerity. I wasn't even expecting to sell like 10 copies. I'm like, 10 copies, that's it, because the genre is poetry. But I just was blessed that it went bestseller because I'm still amazed. Really, I'm still amazed.
And I know that's a great accomplishment to have a bestseller on a well-known platform, especially for Barnes and Nobles. We know that Barnes and Noble is nationwide.
Yeah.
And just to get that honor restored upon you, and I know before we came on the air, you mentioned that this was your first book that you've written, and that's very exciting. And I know that keeps you motivated, that keeps you more focused. And you know what? I know my second one is going to knock the first one up there out the park. But just keep you motivated. That's a big accomplishment. Phoenix, you have anything you want to add?
So whenever you got that feedback from Barnes and Noble and became a bestseller, how did things change for you? What opportunities did it open up for you?
Well, as of now, what's changed for me is that I'm able to connect with more people who are in the industry, as far as like authors and writers and people getting in touch. A lot of people are getting in touch saying, "Hey, I have a story. I want to write a book. Can you help me?" And I'm like, "Okay, yeah." You know, it's motivation, right? Right, motivation, because I mean, somebody has to push you to want to do that, right? So for me, that's what's changed. Right now, it's still about getting it out there. I'm in the process of, as Mr. Furman said, writing a second book that's due out in the March. And then it's another poetry book, but it won't be. It's different. It'll still be my poetry, but it's different. And then I'm also writing on a full book novel. So what's changed for me is that I'm more motivated to continue writing, you know, because
Right.
once you get that spark, it's in me. It's like, let's go, let's write, let's do this. And now I take time to recognize within myself when it's time for me to slow down, stop, and write, you know.
Hmm. So do you
Yeah.
feel like you're writing your second book faster? How long did it take you to put together your first book?
Oh my gosh. So that's a story within itself. So when I started writing, I've always kind of written, but I had started writing a poetry for therapy about 13 years ago. So we're going to say a timeline of 13 years, right? But really, I've always written poetry, but it was selecting the poetry to put it together to form the Phoenix Heart. And God is amazing, because who would have thought that when I started writing the poetry, that it would take you through the evolution of basically of my life, you want to say my love life, my emotional state.
Right.
Yeah, it did. It really
Beautiful.
did.
I love
So
it.
13 years. This time I just, because I say I've been taking the time to recognize when I need to write. I think
Mhm.
I have a lot of material, and then I also had poetry that I did not include in the Phoenix Heart that will be coming into the second book.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Hey, and that's what's up on that one. And
Yeah.
you gotta give a big shout out to Miss Shirley Evans. Big shout out to her. She's a favorite supporter of the Walking This Wave Impact was podcast and comment says big shout out to her. We don't know, won't forget the people who have been supporting us here on the podcast. So gotta give a big shout out to Miss Shirley Evans. She's out of Philadelphia.
Damn.
So big
Oh,
shout out to her.
Nice. What's up, Philly?
hi, Billy.
So well, I ain't no Eagles fan though, but
Oh,
Hey,
ain't no Eagles.
me either. So let's put that on record.
they be on them though. They be wearing those jerseys in the office, and they be on the Eagles fans. Like,
Oh wow. I mean, but it is crazy. But I know that's to take us behind the scenes of Phoenix Heart. What can the readers expect from this great material that you have put out? You said 13 years, so this was 13 years in the making. So
Yeah, it
what
was
can the
13.
readers expect? What do you want them to expect when they read this book for the very first time, where to the point they can't even put it down, they have to read it again?
right.
Well, well, I expect them just to take that journey, because the thing about it is it's a journey through the heart. It was my heart and what I was going through. Now, the beautiful thing about poetry is everybody has a different perspective. That's one of the things I've enjoyed listening when I'm getting feedback from people who read the book. It's like, oh well, I didn't write the poetry from that aspect, but I want them to be able to connect and get what they need to be fulfilled with the poetry. That's what I expect, or I like to hear from the readers, because it's a couple of poems. I'm gonna say this. It's a couple of poems in there when it starts out in the beginning. It's kind of a tough read for the men, because remember, it's coming from a woman's heart. It's coming
Right.
from my perspective of what I was going through at that moment in my life, in those different moments of evolution and growth. So if I can connect with you and you can feel it, that's really that's the goal of it.
And
Yeah,
I
I
think
remember you
that's
mentioned
what
that.
it
Go
is for a
ahead.
poet.
Yeah, 'cause I
Sorry.
know you. Yeah, 'cause I know she had mentioned that. You said men will get angry. I was trying to see what you were talking about. I mean, when I looked at it, the glimpse you were telling me about, I didn't see anything. I mean, things happen, so it's like you gotta not to be closed minded, but be open minded. I didn't see nothing to get mad about. That's just my opinion.
Well, I've had a couple of men that have read the book, and they were
Okay.
like, "Oh, the first couple of poems was like, oh my gosh." I wasn't writing from a happy place at first. Let's be honest about it, right? Because
Right.
I'm doing therapy. I'm trying to work out my feelings through the paper.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm writing about um, is you broke my heart. You broke my heart. So I got to go through this and get this out. So for a man, it wasn't that I was male bashing. It's just like, most women can relate. How do you say you love me, and then all of a sudden you're gone. You just not there no more. So my first poem was titled Beauty. And Beauty discusses, and it's not a long poem, it's kind of a short poem, but it's just like, I'm your beauty, I was your angel, I was your grace. How'd I lose my place?
Mm.
I
The
mean, it
one you
makes
love, the
sense.
one you adore. You're right.
I
Right.
don't see anything about getting angry about it. What it is, okay, this individual promised to be here, be there for you, and then they disappeared. I mean,
Right.
just leave. So I didn't see anything wrong. It's like, okay, I'm trusting you in what you're saying. I'm trusting you in what you're doing, and then all of a sudden it changed. So I look at it: be truthful, be honest, stay consistent. No, you have to stay consistent. So that's what I get out of it, Marcin. That's what I get out of it. It's all about learning to be truthful, be honest with the individual. Don't sit there and lie, don't deceive, because that does hurt that person. Because this individual is expecting to spend the rest of their life with you, and then next thing you know, I'm leaving. I'm gonna file for the divorce.
And it happens
That
quick.
hurt.
Quick.
What you say, Phoenix?
I said it happens quick. It can change in an instant. You know.
Right.
Mhm.
Or it can drag on forever. And then if somebody's like, I gotta get out.
I'm about to get out.
I gotta leave.
Right, but it's raw emotion when you write and you're in that place in that moment. I think that that's what's beautiful as a poet and an artist, is being able to pour out my emotions on a paper. Now, when we go to offering it to the world, that's where it takes that time to do it. And it's so cool when you're received and somebody can say, they didn't go through what you went through, but they can say they felt that, like, I feel you, and that's a beautiful thing. I'm trying to get to that point where
You'll get there. Yeah, that's beautiful. I know I've had a couple of ladies that told me, girl, I had to put it down because I couldn't read it straight through because it was just so raw and it touched them. Because as women, and at my age, which I'm not gonna put out here right now, but you've been through more than you have not, right? You've been through a lot. Right. So for them to say, oh girl, I done been through that, because that was the scary part, because you never know. I didn't know what my experiences, if they were going to touch someone else. Mm-hmm. And it's actually, it's an honor. It humbles me when I have ladies coming and talking to me like, girl, I've been through that. And I didn't think, I'm glad it's just not me, because a lot of time as women, we all experience the same things, but we don't really share with other women what we go through because we keep it to ourselves, right?
Yeah, we're strong.
So, yeah, that's what we're taught. We're taught to be strong and keep it to ourselves. But if we really were to share our experiences, some of us more than not have gone down the same path. It may not be exactly the same, but it's similar. So, right. Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody said in the comment section, it was deep. That's on the YouTube side. So they said it was deep.
The book, yeah.
They say it was deep. So big shout out to the audience watching this on YouTube as well right now. Coming to a place where people can relate to. We know that individuals go through hurt, they go through setbacks, and they go through heartache and pain, they say, but to bounce back from it.
Right.
It's all about redemption. It's all about being rebranded, be born again. Just because that situation happened to me, I don't consider it as a loss. I consider it as a lesson. So when you talk about that part, that shows me that you have to be honest. Be honest with the individual. Don't lie. Don't deceive them. Don't manipulate them, because it does cause hurt in the long run. And especially you being with a person for so long, and then all of a sudden they flip the script like that. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. But as a woman, you see, I'm glad that you're sharing that, because that right there helps a lot of people cope with that. And I know you lose eyes. Writing is therapy. Writing your emotions, writing how you feel. Not holding that on the inside of you because the hurt. You know what I'm saying? The embarrassment. Like, hey, how can this person embarrass me like that? And we had all this going on, and it's crazy. But I'm glad you shared your story because individuals need to hear this story because this could help somebody. We know it help.
Right, right. But that's the thing. Like I said, people like to keep things to themselves, but once you experience the hurt, and the thing is you have to pick up. You have to move on. You can't. You have to forgive for you, right? You have
Right.
to heal for you because I guarantee you, who hurt you ain't at home.
Yeah.
Oh, I hurt her. Oh, I mean, oh, I hurt her. I feel so bad. No, they living their life going on, popping their collars, where you stay in my day, and going on.
Yeah.
But forgiveness is real. What people like to say now, regrowth, rebirth, healing. That's real,
Mhm.
because once you heal yourself, you experience more and you can take in more, and you should always take that lesson that you learned from your hurt, to build on it, right? Your lesson, it should be, you should grow from that. You should
Yeah,
learn, like Einstein said, if you keep repeating the same thing, what that's craziness, right? So you should learn,
yeah,
Makes
heal, and grow.
right.
that's it.
Right.
And that's when it's all about learning, growing, and sharing that. Where okay, I'm gonna share what I went through. I don't want you to go down that path to
Right.
help prevent from going down that path. And
Right.
you know that a lot of times people refuse to come back. They just get bitter in their heart, get sick, and everything, which is not good. But like you said, the other individuals they moving on with their been moved on with their life, ain't studying you no more. They just doing their thing.
And you
Why sit
stuck.
up? Yeah,
Yep.
like I said, being stuck. So why sit up having pity parties and all this other stuff when you have to recognize, you know what? I value me. I
Right.
love me. I
Most
respect
definitely.
me. You
And
know
that's
what I'm saying?
yeah, and that's a beautiful feeling once you grow. Because once you close that door, I guarantee you something. I'm proof. That's why the Phoenix Heart is there. Someone will come in that will value you. And see, from that lesson, right? You learn what you want and what you don't want.
Hmm.
That's it.
So when they come to you and he says, "Oh, I like dogs. Well, I like cats." So you I already know, I'm done. We can't help.
Wow.
That's just an example. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But everybody has a deal breaker. So once you learn your deal breakers, it should be simple, right? And you should
Yeah.
be able to connect. And so part of my book, um, one of my favorite poems in there was called Hollow. So hollow is what I always call it. Was the poem that either you go left or you go right. Because it was at the
Mhm.
point where I was so low, where
Yeah.
it was just like, mm, I didn't know if I would ever be in love again, if I would find somebody that could heal me. I didn't know. And that's where hollow came from. It was just such a bottom. It was the bottom for me. But you know what? Once I started healing and I opened up my mind, I met somebody. And from that, when you meet somebody that heals you, it's something different. But you heal yourself. And when I say I met that person that helped heal me, it wasn't so much that he listened. And like I said, I knew my deal breakers at that time.
Right.
And
Right.
and so that was the blessing of this book. It was an evolution, right? From being down to going all the way up to saying, I'm good without you. I'm healed, right? With or without a person that's with me. And
Hmm.
Right.
so that's where the phoenix came from. Because as you know, Miss Phoenix, a phoenix always
Um,
rises from the
that's what I was
ashes.
about to ask you. Like, how did you come up with the name Phoenix Heart? Just because I wanted to hear it, because it's built from that fire.
You're right. I was in the ashes. A phoenix rises.
Ooh-wee.
A phoenix, you have to burn to rise again, and that's where the phoenix came from.
Right. You have to face it head on in
You have to.
yourself. And that's
Yeah.
where the poet comes out, because you're able to reflect on it in yourself, putting things on paper. It does something for me personally. Once I put it on the paper, I can walk away and I can reflect on it, and then I heal from it in a sense, and then you become at a place where you attract what you want, what you need, what you're
Right.
going to accept anymore. And that's a beautiful place.
It
It is.
is.
It
It's a
is.
place of strength.
Power, right? Raw, it's
Mhm.
rawness. Yes.
And
Right.
we'll get right back into that too, ladies. We're gonna finish this party on. The name of this episode is called Reborn. So if you're in the comment section right now, put Reborn hashtag. Let us know what are you viewing this from, where you watching this from. We love to hear from you. Got any questions, any comments? Me and Phoenix would love to read your comments here on the show. So we're gonna play this quick commercial break, and we'll be right back here on this Reborn with Marcine Moore.
Okay.
He's always off.
Oh, ooh, you said you love me. Now I know what love is. Ain't nobody stop your love. Stop your love. 'Cause you know me. All my hopes, all my fears. Still you chose me. I'm in love. Now I don't know what you've been told, but all I know is that his love is worth more than gold. See, it took a while for me to understand, but a love like this isn't high demand. You know my flaws, but yet you still love me. Love me. Now I know what love is. Ain't nobody stop your love. Stop your love. 'Cause you know me. All my hopes and all my fears. Still you chose me. I'm in love. I'm in love. You turn your back on him, he's still on your side. Always keep it real with you, and that's no lie. Won't give up the fight, I know I'ma survive. Now I got God on my side. God on my side. I was down and he got me up. On the ground, no faith, I thought I was stuck. Now the devil see us winning and we got him shook. You know it's our season, we gon' run it up. Gotta love my sister and love my brother. Cause in this world, it teaches us we gotta love each other. Really absurd. If we can't look beyond each other's colors, we should prefer to show love for one another. We need to come together. Now I know what love is. Nobody stop your love. Stop your love. 'Cause you know me. All my hope and all my fears. You chose me. I'm in love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm in love. So in love. I'm in love. So in love with you, with you, with you, with you, with you. I'm in love with you, with you, with you, with you, with you.
What's up, everybody? We're back here on Walking This Way Impact Voice Podcast. I'm your host, Furman Jackson Jr., along with my lovely co-host herself, Phoenix Sapphire, as well with our guest of honor with us tonight, Miss Moore as well. She's the author of the best-selling book, Phoenix Heart. We thank everybody for tuning in with us, Phoenix, as well. Hey, also, man, y'all want to support the podcast? You know we're taking stars, right? Yes, we are taking stars. So I'll put it up. If you watch this on our Facebook page of Walking This Way, we got to pull that up. You can go ahead and hit those stars where you see me and Phoenix pictures on. So get those stars up. It's all about payment, right? So don't be scared. Well, I'm going to pull it up now. I know what I'm looking for. I'm going to pull it up now so they can go ahead and hit that. So when I pull it up, you're going to see me and Phoenix picture up. So go ahead, hit that star. I'm going to put it up now. So you see the picture of me and Phoenix right there over Dallas, Texas. You see us, you get right there. So if you're watching this right now, Walking This Way, go to with all that red.
I like it.
Yeah, so over the city of Dallas, of course. So hey, you want to support the podcast? Help those stars, help us make more content as well. It's all about taking this thing to the next level. I'm very excited too, Phoenix, because we got some affiliations too with Legal Shield, all kind of stuff. We're in the work, so we'll be
Okay,
putting
I'm
out a lot of
affiliated with Legal Shield. Okay, those are my
yes,
people.
yeah. So we're doing some big things here on the podcast, Phoenix.
Nice.
So we got some affiliations going on. We in a couple of weeks you will be seeing clips and stuff, of course. I also got a code and everything. So you want to get some legal work, um, car insurance. We're doing all kind of stuff here on the podcast. So man, thanks for everybody who's supporting us, help support me and Phoenix. We agree to do great things here on the podcast and take this thing to the next level. So right now you see me and Phoenix pictures on the bottom. If you're on our Walking This Way Facebook page, go get them stars up and help us bring in the income and create more content. So that's what we want to do. Let's see. We got some hashtags too, Phoenix. We'll get further into it. What we got out of you? Okay. Reborn. Hashtag reborn from Arlington,
What's up,
Texas.
Arlington?
Big shout out to Arlington, Texas. Of course, I live in Arlington, so big shout out. We got another one. Hashtag
Houston,
reborn.
Texas in the house.
Okay, big shout out to H-Town.
Hey, H-Town.
Big shout out to H-Town. Who else we got? Martell. He said hashtag eating disorders. Okay, then big shout out to him as well. We got another Houston as well, ladies.
Town, okay.
Okay, big shout out to those that's watching us in Houston. Hey, while you on there, man, y'all go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, the notification button. Help me and Phoenix get to where we get this thing monetized. So that's the thing here too. So help us get monetized. I think we had like 580 something subscribers on YouTube. So if you're on YouTube right now, it's free. Hit that notification button, hit that like button. Help us get this thing monetized. I'm gonna take it to the next level. So that's what we want to do. So that's what it's all about. I also got t-shirts too, ladies and gentlemen. I will post that soon. We got some t-shirts. I will be creating some new t-shirts as well. So hopefully, Finn, you can get some t-shirts too as well with your thing as well. So we'll come with some creative stuff. So man, y'all tune in and stay posted here on the Walking His Ways podcast. We do got a question too, Phoenix, as well. Montella said, you have thought about talking to a life coach? That's a question from the comment section. That's why I guess.
Who is that question? Directed.
Oh,
he's
or being. We gonna throw
he asked,
I'm like, hey, wait, no, he talking to me. Have I ever done what?
He said, if you ever thought about talking to a life coach?
No. No.
Thought about being a life coach.
At this point, I might could be.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, I might could be.
Mm-hmm.
No, but honestly, I have never thought about talking to a life coach. It may be a good thing.
I had a life coach one time. He actually was an associate of Legal Shield. Shout out Johnny Castor. He was like my life coach for a minute. Yeah, he taught me a lot, just perception wise. Main thing he taught me though was you can't do anything for anyone else until you are good in yourself. So build yourself first because a lot of us have the heart to want to go out and do for others. I have that heart. I will do for you before I'll do for myself, but you have to step back. You have to make sure you're good before you can be good to anybody else. That's mentally, financially, physically, in every way.
Right. I agree. That's what I say. You can't pour from an empty cup.
No.
So
we can't pour into it either. I'm not about to pour into no cup with holes in it, baby. No.
No.
And we're too old to teach people too. Like being a life coach and a poet and a motivational speaker, it's good to we can teach, but when it comes to personal and who we allow in our lives, we're too old to teach you, baby.
Just had to say that. Talk about that. You mentioned that last night. I know you had mentioned that last night on the show.
Yep.
That's why I said that part. Big shout out to Miss D as well. I had on the show. She said current work in my first book almost done. So
good.
What else we got? A lot of people coming in tonight, Phoenix as well. Oh, we got New York in the house.
New York.
That's probably Hashtag Reboot NYC. Great job, Mrs. Moore. So we got NYC in the house
Yeah,
as well.
Right.
that's
I
that
think,
that's my people. That's what I'm saying. That's my people.
and
All
that's
of
Is
them
it
that
good
are
real?
right
Are
like
there.
you
that.
from New
Yeah.
York?
Well, I was okay. Like I told him, I'm a Tex Yankin. So our house was divided. I was born in New York,
Mm-hmm.
raised in Texas, been back and forth. Um, Majority of my life, my auntie always tells me, "You're a New Yorker."
Do you feel
So
like more of a New Yorker or a Texas girl?
I'm a mixture.
Okay.
I'm a mixture. It depends on what day you catch me. If I'm gonna be straight Texas, or if I'm gonna had that New York side come out.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what's up right there. We also got give a shout out to Carlos as well, entrepreneur here in Tyler, Texas. Great young man. I love the
Tyler.
energy. So big shout out to Tyler, Texas as well. Oh man, so much love. They're showing here on the podcast from New York, Houston, all over the place. And like I
Yeah.
said, we thank y'all for tuning in and watching us. Also, we got to give a big shout. We got our first star too. We got 530 stars. So big shout out to
Yay!
the
Thank you.
stars as well. So man, y'all go in there, man. Hit those stars. We want to take this thing to the next level. That's what it's all about.
Right.
Taking this thing to the next level. That's what it's all about. So we talking about authors. We talking about books and stuff like that, and support and all the other great stuff. And I see, Marcin, you're very excited about what's going on. Did you ever imagine that your life, even though I know you still have work to do, and I know it don't stop here, but did you ever imagine yourself being a book author? That's something you ever thought about, or you just walked into it?
Well, I've always written. So I was thinking back when I had started writing my book in junior high. We used to have the spirals, notebook spirals, and I'd write cliffhangers because back in the day, it was a show called Cliffhangers. So I'd write cliffhangers and I'd pass them around to my girlfriends, and we'd read the book. So one of my first characters, her name was Delicia. I had to dig back. And so I did it. It was almost like, what do they have now? Oh gosh, what's the one? It was a teen thing because of course I'm in junior high writing, and so I used to write it back. And one of my girlfriends told me when I put my book out, she said, "You never finished that." And I was like, "Dang, I wish I could find the spiral from back when we wrote in junior high past." And so the short and the long answer is yes. I've kind of written, but I never would have thought I'd be an author at this point in time. Like I said, it's just been a progressive journey, and I think that when the moment was correct, that it happened.
In God's timing, divine timing.
His timing is always perfect, always.
Yeah.
I was always on time.
Always
on time.
Always.
Mm-hmm. So how long did it take for you to put the book together? How long did it take?
Well, my editor is sitting in the room with me. So for me, when we decided what poems we were going to put together and it formed the journey, I was like, there you go, I'm ready to publish. Oh, Who knew? Who knew all the edits you had to go through? She's like, I'm like, wait a minute. I'm done. And it's like, no, ma'am, you're not done.
Wow.
Because you have to. Okay, so this is the behind the scenes part, because I learned so much about editing, and then you want to make sure that I wanted to make sure that my work was still the same the way I wrote it, because I had little ebonics in there, but it had to be correct too, right? The punctuation and the
yeah.
Because when I write, I'm writing raw, right? And so I write raw, and I send the poem like, hey, there it is. There it is. I'm done. In my mind, I know what I'm saying, but then that's what your second and your third, I think we went about through how many edits? Like 3 or 4? Oh, wow. Yeah, we went through a lot of edits. That was the hard part. I learned patience on that because I'm like, come on, I'm ready. Right. But it does have to be to where it is legible You had to find the correct font at all things. I'm thinking, just print it, just put it, but it wasn't that simple.
Yeah.
So it's a lot that goes on too that you would never ever think about, from picking a book size, to picking the correct book, to the correct book cover, because that's one thing Barnes and Noble says: your book cover sells. Your book cover sells, right?
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah.
your
It
book
does.
cover attracts people, right? So
Right.
I
It does.
had an awesome graphic artist. Shout out to Mr. Richard. Uh, awesome graphic artist, because that he did his thing. I just put it like that. He did his thing, and so he sent me two different pictures like to choose from for my cover, and I was like, I like both of them. So I did a little small sampling, and the Phoenix that I have now, I'm like, the Phoenix that I have now is the one that stuck out the most, and I thought was the most powerful statement because it grabs your eyes.
Beautiful.
That's it. That's what's up. Also, we gotta give a big shout out to Rachel. She's the founder and CEO of What's Up Dallas. She's in the building, the comment section. She's in the
I,
heart. So
What's up?
big shout out to Rachel. She's in the comment section. So big shout out to her. Oh, also I know you'll be on the What's Up Dallas magazine tomorrow
yes,
on that
yes,
platform. So big shout
yes,
out to both of y'all. I know it's gonna be great, of course.
yes, yes. I'm looking forward.
Great.
And also, oh, New Jersey in the house.
Let's
Vegas
Jersey.
as well.
Okay.
Hashtag reborn New Jersey. We got New Jersey in the house.
Okay.
Those big shout out to New Jersey. What's up? What's up? What's up? Big shout out, of course. Man, so much love and support coming in here on the
Right.
podcast and all the other great stuff. But we thank you, Ms. Moore, for hanging out with us, talk about what you got going on, the book. I know you're excited. Um, since you will you actually be performing on stage? Have you ever thought about it?
Um, no, but I can. I tried my hand at spoken word a couple of years ago, um, but I can, especially my stuff, because I can read the emphasis and know the feelings.
That's the biggest thing about performing is catching it right. Like I could read it one way, but when your nerves and getting on stage, it's different.
Right, right. It's totally different. It's totally
Right.
different. Yeah.
And so what else we got? What else we got? Okay, then they say forming has been such a challenge. I know she's writing a book. Is also she was talking about it's been forming. Has that been a challenge?
The formatting. Yeah, that's part of the patience that I had to learn. Yeah, you have to learn. Um, you have to know your font size. You do have to format because like I wrote my verses and they have to be in a certain way because they have to fit the bleed of a page. So yeah, it's not as cut as dry on the writer's side. That's what we had the great editors for. So if you don't have a editor, please get you an editor that can help you, because that's their specialty. That's their specialty. We're the creative side. They're the technical side, to help you format and pick the font, because you want to pick a font that people can read. Because if you have eyes like mine, you can't have all this uh, curly font, a font that's not clear. Because I remember when Joy was telling me, I was thinking, what? I just let me pick a font. Just do my stuff. That's all I kept saying. I was just ready for it to come out.
So how do you pick an editor? Like what went into you saying, okay, and will you be using the same, you know what I'm saying? How do you go about picking?
Well, I was fortunate because actually I have quite a few friends. I have about 3 or 4 friends who was authors, and Joy actually owned a bookstore, and she's into writing, and her mother's a journalist, been a journalist for 20 years, 30 years. So that's a given that she was going to be my editor.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then it's somebody that you have to trust, because you can't have someone that's there that's going to tell you, have a yes person. I don't like yes people around me. I want you to tell me, you can't do this. because, you know, you you can't progress if you have people that's always telling you yes, because you
Right.
need to know where your errors are. And like with the editing part, she really, really had to be patient with me.
Mm-hmm.
She she did,
Nice.
and yeah, she did.
Hey, also Brad Snow was it Brad Snot, my bad.
Thanks,
He said
Knox.
tell him Brad
What's
Snot
up, face?
got them instrumentals. So he said he got some instrumentals. So I guess he said if you ever go on stage, he got
Oh,
yeah.
He is a great
So
producer out here in the DFW area. So shout out to Knox. He's with Empire.
okay,
Sir,
Mr. Knox.
thank you for being in the chat.
Hit me up, yes, because I did put one of my poems to music and it's running like on TikTok. It's a couple more that I may want to do. So yeah,
Nice.
hit me up, hit me up. It's all
hey,
about
there you go right there. Look
connection.
how it's
Right.
that's how the stuff is coming together, all connections and stuff coming together. You just love when a plan comes together and comes to fruition. So you just never know who you're gonna come in contact with on the show, who you gonna meet, who's gonna help you take it to the next level, and that's what it's all about as well. Also, so let's talk about from the beginning. I know you mentioned that some guys got offended, but I think everybody got offended because they probably doing something they had no business doing. That's just my opinion. But what I got out of it, I didn't see any offense about it. I just learned, hey, be truthful, be honest. We talked about that earlier. Just be
Right.
truthful, be honest.
Well, a couple of guys were offended, but then I had a coworker. He had purchased a book. Shout out to Ben. He's from France. Ben from France. Hey, my French.
Okay.
But we had a talk for like an hour or so because he was like, one poem he liked made him, he said it made him reevaluate relationships because it was one poem in there called A Meeting. And basically the poem's about dating, right? Because when you go to date people, it's like, oh my gosh, what am I about to experience? So this poem is basically saying, are you going to be predator or prey? Because somebody's a predator and somebody's a prey, right?
Right.
And so that made him reevaluate because it's always a dance. You're always meeting a representative when you go on a date. So if you can make it through that first date without being predator or prey, you've accomplished something, right? And so we talked in depth about that particular point. And he's a man, and some of the points should make you reevaluate your choices.
And I agree. I don't see nothing you said wrong. I totally agree with you saying. It's
Mhm.
it's all about getting to know who you're getting involved with because you just never know. And I know, like you said, representative people had these masks on. They say they tell you what you want to hear. They soothsay you, and then for you know that real them officially comes out. But I totally agree. Be real, be honest. Like you said, self-examine, which is nothing wrong. We should self-examine ourselves. I'm an advocate for that because it's like if you play sports, they got a thing called the game film room. They go back, you watch the film, and you watch the things you did wrong, you watch the things you did right. But they really want to focus on the things you did wrong. And what we do is you critique those things so you won't go back when you go back and play that game again, you won't make those same decisions again. So we should have that film room in our mind. Play it back. Okay, I should have never said it that way. I should never did it that way. I got to be careful how I do this, how I react to things. So we all are working to make it. So if you're out there listening, put hashtag mental film room. If you're out there, you put out there, put mental film room. So we got to go back to the mental film room in our minds and replace some things and on some things. I'm big on the mindset, knowing the mind. Discipline. That's another thing I'm big on that too. Constantly evolving. We're supposed to evolve, right? Mm-hmm. So we evolve. We're supposed to. Again, some people don't. But the whole thing about evolving, like the Bible said, Paul said, when I was a child, I reasoned the child, but when I became a man, I put away childish things.
Come on.
So we come to a certain stage in our life, we have to put away those childish things.
Petty
that's
things.
Something, we have to apply it to our life. Oh, big shout out. Oh, we got somebody that did it. Okay. mental
Right.
funeral, hashtag mental
Yeah.
funeral.
So
That's-
what do you say? So you kept talking to Steve. I'm gonna read you 4 lines from that poem, The Meeting.
Go
It
ahead.
says, "We both understand our past. Our past is always in our present, but the future is the objective. Honesty is clearly needed with no intent to deceive. The meeting, once we depart company, becomes reflective." That's just an excerpt. So to me, that wraps it up. What you've been trying to say, right? Because you always
Yeah.
have to know in a relationship that the past is what makes the present, right?
Right.
When you're dealing, because man or woman, everybody's been through something. You can't say that was the one thing when you that everybody's been through something.
Right.
So one lady called. I was talking to her. She told me, I don't think I want to get your book. And I'm like, okay. She's like, you don't look like you've been through anything. And I'm like,
Thank you.
okay. I was just like, okay, how am I supposed to look? Because I'm living, I'm breathing, and I'm a human being. So I've been through something.
Right.
So, but it was just a meaning for me to try to explain to her, everybody, you don't have to look, stay broken. You know, you heal.
Yeah.
And everybody's not going to look like what they've been through, because baby, I've been through some stuff. And if I was sit up here, I could talk about it. But at that point, when she said that, that drew other people in to buy books. Because you've been, and that wasn't a point to sell the books is great, but the point was I was just taken aback because I would never had thought that somebody would say that. But I'm also a person that your perception is something that you have feelings about yourself. You can't let other people's perception of you that you can't take that in, right? You have to just let that roll off you like a little duck, like a duck, the water rolls off you, because other people's perception is normally their problem. So that's what I learned from that encounter, because I was just like, what? I was just like speechless, you know?
Mhm.
But
Weird. That was weird.
no, I think
that was pretty.
that's just
Like, what-
people. That's just people. That's
Yeah.
her. That was her. That was her, and that was her perception. That was her honesty. She just told me, "You don't look like you've been through anything." I was like, "Pick up the book and read, and then you tell me if I've been through something."
I mean, but really, that's a compliment of your healing, of your strength, you know, not to see those struggles, you know, and you could sit and talk to somebody for hours about those things, but for it not to be written on you is a compliment.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
They're just a byproduct. You know, that was just a byproduct of what I went through. Because I went through some, I guess you won't even know you went through anything until you say it. A lot of times we have people on the show, you would know they went through anything until they said it. We have people on the show who been
I don't care. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
Who you are. You've been through something.
Right.
Yeah, we all have. We all have.
I mean, they crucified Jesus. They crucified Jesus. So you're going to tell me you're not going to go through anything in your life? Wake up. No, you go. Everybody goes through something. It's just all about the rebound. It's how you heal and how you carry yourself. Because back in the day when I was younger, everything that happened, oh my God, I'd mope. And now that I'm at my age, it's like, okay, girl, put this out your head and move on. Learn your lesson from what happened and move on. Keep stepping, right?
Yeah, because we're not going to stay there. We have work to do.
No,
You said it there. You said we have work to do, and that's
Right.
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 So we don't go anywhere. We're gonna do one more commercial break, and I know we're gonna ride it on out from here. So we thank everybody for tuning in. We'll do one more commercial break, and we're gonna finish this thing on up, ladies and gentlemen.
Johnny Domino.
Okay.
Set that up. You know, every time I do something, I got to keep it real with myself. I got to put everything a man up above. And one day, God told me, you gotta stay prayed up, man. You gotta stay prayed up.
I know life gets heavy sometimes, make it hard to breathe. But stay prayed up.
Talk to him, Adrian.
The trouble don't last always.
You know,
There's
Yeah.
Death ain't easy to accept, but do this for me.
What you always tell them?
And I see you on the other side.
I see you on the other side.
We all got a place and a time.
We got that time
and that's
coming.
the bottom line.
You gotta stay prayed up though.
Sure as we live, we must die. When it's my time to go, I want you to know.
Hey, China, let them know how you rejoice on this verse.
They say rejoice when they die and cry when they born it through the rain and the storms. You gotta keep pressing on, cause you never know when your season gon' change. But you better know that your season gon' change and your time gon' come. And life could be a beer, and every single day that beat get realer. Yo, but life is for the living, yeah. So live while you living. And what is prayer? You telling God what you feeling, or you sitting quiet meditating so you can hear Him. And He'll tell you how to make it and show you how to battle, cause it's a war in the matrix. And you might get some scars and some failures, but the race ain't given to the swift, you gotta pace it. Cause life is a journey, and I'ma keep praying till they put me on a journey.
I know life is heavy sometimes, make it hard to breathe.
You gotta stay prayed up.
The trouble don't last always. Death ain't easy to accept, but do this for me.
You know I'ma see you on that other
And
side,
I see
nigga.
you on the other side. We all got a place and a time, and that's the bottom line.
Our time coming.
Sure as we live, we must die.
I want you to know.
When it's my time to go, I want you to know.
Hey, D1, give me that real life experience.
D1. It feel like I'm cursed, but I know that I'm blessed. I smile on the ground, but I know that I'm stressed. My partner got murked, we just laid him to rest. Now I'm at the gun store buying bulletproof vests. I just left out of church, paranoid in the service. I'm looking at me mugged up, got me nervous. Saw him stand up, thought that he was finna blast me. Ran, gave his life to the Lord, walked right past me. Hold up, ain't prayed in a while. Hold up. Remember back as a child, wanted to be like Mike. My grandma bought me Wheaties. Couldn't have sugar cause she had diabetes. But those was the days when it all felt easy. Now I get depressed when I turn on the TV. I need me a blessing, so pray for me. Trying to get my soul right cause judgment day coming.
I know life gets heavy sometimes, make it hard to breathe. But stay prayed up, yeah. The trouble don't last always. Death ain't easy to accept, but do this for me. Stay prayed up, yeah. And I see you on the other side. We all got a place and a time, and that's the bottom line. Stay prayed up. Sure as we live, we must
You know I gotta send
die.
this dedication out to
When
my
it's my
dog,
time to go,
my brother, Mr.
I want
Magic,
you to
and
know.
my sis, Chastity. You know I stay prayed up. And to everybody that's not here no more, one love. Shout out to my dog, here's Willie Key, Mr. Rolling on the guitar.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We're back here on Walking This Way. We're broadcasting out of DFW, Dallas Fort Worth, Texas. I'm your host, Furman Jackson Jr., along with my lovely co-host, Phoenix Sapphire as well, and also our guest of honor, Ms. Martine Moore as well. She's the author of the best-selling book, Phoenix Heart, which is available right now at Barnes & Noble. So go to Barnes & Noble, type in Phoenix Heart, and it's going to come up, and you're going to see the bestseller. So let's support each other, support the work that they're doing, and it's an awesome thing. You know, we're taking music videos, ladies and gentlemen. So you have any music videos. I know I do a lot of work on the show, but I have to really share the responsibility. So if you have any music videos, get with Phoenix Sapphire for that as well.
Yes, please. Send my way. Oh, the artist is about to flood in now.
Yeah, I said because I know. Because I'm doing everything. It's like, okay, I can share the load and stuff. So
yes, sir.
So the music videos, y'all get with Phoenix Sapphire. It don't matter when you do rock, pop, reggae,
we are not.
gospel. It doesn't matter. We love to showcase your music videos here on the show. We know we played a couple of videos here tonight. So that we're doing commercials too. If you got any commercial where you got any upcoming events, whatever. Send it that way. We'll be glad to show here on the show. Like I said, we want to take this thing to the next level. So that's what it's all about. So I know about the great pressing for time. So we had a great time on here. Because I'm a gentleman. So Phoenix, you have anything that you want to ask, I guess, honor? This evening.
I'm excited to read your book. I'm going to do that when I go to lay down. I have a million questions for you. Not enough for the podcast, just because I am very motivated. And I could about cry just for meeting you. And you know, we don't know each other's past or our stories, but it's very motivating to be where I am and see you sitting where you are, where I want to be, bestseller. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's very motivating. So I'm humbled by your presence. I appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's it.
You gotta keep in touch. After this, we will keep in touch.
I would love that so much.
Yes. If everybody has a dream.
We got a special request too, also. So I just got that on my phone. So go ahead, be my guest. We'll love to hear your poetry. Go ahead.
Please.
I guess I can do. I don't want to start with a rebirth. I'll do the Phoenix, the Phoenix Heart.
Go ahead.
Okay. So this is the title. It says, "From the ashes I rise. The Phoenix Heart inside of me did not die. It beats. It's alive. Rejuvenated from all the experiences. All the pain turned to joy. The Phoenix Heart not only rises, but it soars. Happy for the new paths it explores. Love, joy, happiness, and peace. See all the emotions repaired and restored parts of the damaged heart. The Phoenix Heart embraces it all. Everything experienced on this journey led to the perfect storm. From the ashes it rose. It beats, it lives, it loves, it enjoys. The Phoenix Heart inside of me did not die. It evolved into something greater, more than the old heart I had before. It embraces love. It embraces life. The clarity is amazing, unshakable. Feelings of self-love, self-worth, steadfast and true. From the ashes I rise. The Phoenix Heart did not die. Now, a new path begins, a new chapter in life. Take flight. Phoenix Heart, from the ashes arise."
Man, awesome. That was
Beautiful.
That was awesome.
So
That was awesome. Keep up the great work.
Yes, ma'am.
As well. I know you're playing at a high level, high momentum and stuff. That was beautiful. And lastly, we thank everybody for hanging out with us and tuning in, supporting, sharing as well. If you're on our YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Help me and Finn get monetized with that. Because we halfway there. So help us get with that. Also, now Walking This Ways, Facebook page, hit the stars. I got our first star tonight as well, so do that. Music videos, get with Phoenix. If you have any music videos, make sure it's MP3 formatted or MP4 formatted. It don't matter, rock, country, gospel, it don't matter. We'd love to showcase it here on the show. Commercials as well. I will be doing some affiliates as well with like Legal Shield and many other companies. I had got that set up a couple weeks ago. So they help with the podcast. So there's a lot of great things we're working on behind the scenes. So y'all stay tuned, keep posted. Before we leave, Marcin, you have any questions? Not questions, but any final remarks, any words of advice, any signs of wisdom you want to leave here with the listening audience?
First of all, I want to thank both of you guys for having me on the show. The only thing I can say as words of wisdom is always the Phoenix is my symbol. So if you're going through something, learn from it, take it in, and move on and grow from that. The only other thing, I'll be on What's Up Dallas tomorrow, Miss Rachel, and I'll be in San Antonio on December the 16th at Horizons. I have a book signing there, so I'd like to keep y'all in touch where I do my signings at. And again,
man,
thank you for having me.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, thank you for accepting our invitation. So we appreciate you for that.
Yeah.
And also, Phoenix, I know you got some things coming up. I know you got some events coming up in the works.
Yes.
Same thing with you. Hey, words of wisdom. Any words of advice? How about the upcoming events you got coming up this well too? We want to support you. What you got going on?
Right. So I did want to voice December 7th. I'm starting at Live Wix. It's Artist Anonymous. It's basically a platform that we can join together, love each other, support each other, tell our stories, vibe, have a couple drinks, but I just want to have fun with my artistic community and have it be an equal exchange of energy. So look out for that. I'll be posting flyers. I've still got a couple of slots that I'm booking for artists. There's no performance fee. It's $5 to get in. This is not something that I'm trying to capitalize off of in any way, fashion, or form. I just want y'all to come out and we do what we do, because as artists, we do it in the backyard. You know, we do it everywhere. So definitely send me your videos for the show. I do want to support y'all in any way that I can. I am big about sharing people's shows, music, everything. I am a supporter of my city. So just keep at it. Keep doing what you're doing and stay focused.
Yep. That's the key word, stay focused. So keep doing what you're doing. Like I said, this already November the 29th, 2023. We're going to get ready to go into the month of December. 23 is gone. We got to enter year 24. And we got to ask ourselves, is I'm better where I'm at now than ever before? So we got to always better ourselves, challenge yourself. I'm a big advocate on challenging yourself, bettering yourself. And I ain't just talking about immaterial things. I'm talking about character-wise and everything else. Because trust me, those things gonna come in there. Them things will come, but it's always having a better character, integrity, all the other great stuff that we have in order to be successful in life, and that plays a role. Learning, be more open-minded, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be so closed-minded, but be more open-minded.
Right.
If you are in a relationship or want to be in a relationship, man, y'all make sure y'all talk about a lot of things too. No argument, not going back and forth, not no pointing of fingers or judgment.
Right.
But let's really talk about things because you build a better bond when you're no judgment free, John. You know what I'm saying? So
right,
have that stuff going. Be mature, be grown about it, and don't be immature with the situations. Life could be beautiful. What we make out of it, right?
We created.
You're right. We created. So let's create great things, positive energy, word of affirmation, speak life over yourself. Strip yourself life, devils in the power of the tongue, to eat the fruit thereof. What else? We'll be back Saturday morning here on the podcast at 10 a.m. Saturday morning. So tune in, hang out. Catch it every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday. So it's all about putting in work. The grind don't stop. You know, it don't stop. We got work to do. I know I got work. I know Phoenix got work. We all got work to do. So man, y'all tune in. We about to let everybody leave. Man, enjoy y'all Wednesday. Before I go, Marcine, any final remarks?
No.
No final remarks? Please have any final remarks?
No.
Nope. Be good to yourself. Be good to you, regardless.
That's it.
Love yourself. Love yourself to life. Yeah. Love yourself to life.
And that's it. And we got to really leave, ladies and gentlemen. But I want y'all, I'm going to play this clip from Jay-Z. This is an interview he did years ago. And it's something that we should always apply to our life. And I'm going to play it right quick.
You know, Rakim, man, constant elevation causes expansion. I live my life by that right now. Constant elevation causes expansion. So when you tight and you say, I only do this, you constrict yourself. So nothing can come in. This is what you do. This is what I eat. No matter how much money I get, I'm staying here. Yeah. Well, that life is about constant elevation causes expansion. I write my rhymes while cooler than that. And then he gave you the sweetness. He gave you the jewel of all jewels.
Constant elevation.
You still have me on the camera. I done snuck a chicken nugget. Bye,
no, constant elevation. But I just want to play that clip. Remember, constant elevation lead to expansion, ladies and gentlemen. We out this day, so man, peace.